Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, mini Motorways. Let's go to Rio, where I'll be walking in the beach, but not in a Speedo, because Goog cam. Anyway, the speed limit will be decreased on bridges, which, it's Rio. I guess we could use bridges in Rio. We have. There are times when we have to, get around this mountain here or something, I suppose. But honestly, especially in Rio de Janeiro, speed reduced on bridges and my first motorway is kind of the closest you're ever going to get to a straight up, no frills, here's the level, just play the level type challenge. You don't often see those for the daily challenges in mini Motorways. But basically, here's the level. Just play the level. Alright, this dark blue road is going to come along like so. We're going to staple you to you. Bing, bang, boom. Dark blues go here, reds go here. Alright, now, don't mind me as I rotate my head 105 degrees to the right and just check out my work laptop and double check that my hard out is 8 o'clock, because I believe I have a hard out of 8 o'clock. I have to be at work. I have to be doing things for work at 8. And if that is the case, well, we have a hard out. Let's see. Start time 8 a.m. Central Time, which means start time 9 a.m. Eastern, which means I have to be on the call at 8. So yes, indeed, I have the hardest of outs today. So listen, let's hope that we spend the first 50 minutes of the episode being incredibly powerful and amazing at mini Motorways, and then I solve Wordle and the Immaculate Grid in a combined total of 45 seconds. That's the thing we can hope for, right? That's a realistic goal. It's not actually a realistic goal, but, we can pretend. We can absolutely pretend. That's what we do here. We pretend lots of things. If it wasn't for pretending, we wouldn't have stories and society. Those are both generally considered good things, right? We like stories, and why is the Wordle on screen, game? I told you not to have the... Fuck. Stupid window. I closed the eyeball, but I didn't go to the scene that had the closed eyeball. Okay. Alright. I know how OBS works. We've done 500 of these. It's not actually true. It's not actually true. Some Space went downstairs and found a kitty cat curled up on her sofa, which is adorable. Except for the part where it's not her kitty cat, which is still adorable. That's still adorable, but also, how did a not yours kitty cat get onto your sofa, Sunflare Space? How did that happen? Is there an open door or window somewhere? Does your kitty cat have friends? Cat flap. That'll do it. That'll do it. Cat comes in through cat flap. Yeah, all of you. Do you know this cat? Are you familiar with this cat? Is this a neighbor cat? Is this a rando cat? If this is a rando cat, were you perhaps early in the statement that this is not your kitty cat? Could this, in fact, be eventually, possibly, right this very moment, in fact, your kitty cat? You just didn't know it yet. Listen, I'm not saying you have to adopt this cat. I'm just saying you have, at present, already adopted this cat. There's nothing you can do. It's your cat now. Congratulations, Sunflare Space. You have another kitty cat. I have gently tossed around the idea of getting another kitty cat, but at some point, space becomes a concern. My condo is essentially just a one-bedroom apartment. It has a living room and a bedroom and a kitchen, and that's it. I've described all the major rooms, so another kitty cat may be a luxury the Goog is not well suited for, but we shall see. Coffee Cafe, because I said the word kitty cat, basically, wants a treat for Nora. I'm sure Nora is very happy with that. Let's see how happy she is. All right, come here. Give me a... I want a motorway, but I'm a little nervous. Fuck it. We're taking another motorway. If I need a tunnel before I get another tunnel, let it be known that I took a motorway instead of a tunnel. And that was a choice that I made, and I'm ready to live with the consequences, even though they're probably gonna suck. Things that are not going to suck are cat treats for the Nora. Hi. Yes, you're very meowy. You are indeed an orange box of meows. Hello. What? Oh, so it appears as though this is a known entity, kitty cat. We had a chip-operated cat flap because he kept breaking in, but then his chip somehow got registered on it. Oh my god. Sunflare Space, you're dealing with a kitty hacker. You've got a kitty hacker. Oh, hello. Oh, you're a tiny orange kitty. You don't have the brains or the know-how to be a hacker. Oh, I'm just imagining a tiny little Puss in Boots from the Shrek movies, except with like a beret or something, just sitting at a computer. I mean. That's funny. Let us all allow the vision of a kitty hacker to guide us through our day or something. All right, we've got 3 light blue businesses all of a sudden. So let's make something of that. You come down here. The 2 of you, actually, no, this is not the longest run. This is the longest run. I was gonna say the 2 of you become the 3 of you. There we go. That's words. I can English good. There we go. All right, so these 3 houses, 1, 2, 3, will go up and over and down and into this business. These 2 right here will go like so, and these 2 right there will go like thusly. You talked to the owners of Not Your Cat, and they're fine with him being at your place. These sound like lazy bad cat owners. You had to change your cat flap to a regular one because you had to be away for the weekend and your cats needed to come back in. Well, okay, so Not Your Cat spends most of his time at your place. Sunflare Space, I was sort of joking at first. I would like to rescind my joke and just legitimately state, this is your cat now. Like, if he spends most of his time at your place, and the people what previously had him spend most of his time at their place are like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever, you take care of him. Congratulations, that is your cat. Good caffeinated water-flavored water. Yes, I did just say water-flavored water. I have these, about 3 weeks ago now, I went to Costco. And I went on a just stupidly large grocery run. And I spent perhaps more money than I should on groceries. So, I said to myself, I'm gonna go as long as I possibly can without making another grocery run because fuck spending that much money. So I'm out of soda, which means I have once again been forced to rely on flavored water with these little Mio Energy squeeze things for caffeine, and they're very tasty actually. You'd think I would just like remember this shit, but nonsense. _Goog remembering things. Who do you think you are? All right, let's figure out a way to separate all of our green bastards here because these green bastards are just being bastardly. All right, you come this way, swing down thusly. You, unfortunately, we must destroy that tree. Goodbye, that tree. You go off that way. You come out to here. Now, well, I think what we're gonna have to do, I don't like this little connection here with this light blue house and this green business. I'm not a fan of this, but I can't see another way unless I do this. Now, if I do this, the light blues and the greens aren't running together, but I've got 3 light blues going to this business instead of to this business, which feels also bad. So it'll be fine. It will be fine. Also, yeah, water-flavored water is totally a thing because water varies so wildly, particularly as the basic infrastructure of the United States slowly crumbles, never to be replaced? Perhaps never. Let's speculate that some conquering power may once again invest in infrastructure. That would be nice. Can we be conquered by people who care about infrastructure, please? That would be good. All right. These dark blues right here need to marry themselves to this road. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to do this. You're going to come up here just like that. And I'm actually going to restructure this road such that these two dark blues come in like here, because right here, this is a really good traffic light. This is a, go straight or turn left or turn right against it traffic light. So this right here, perfect traffic light. Now then, this red business, kind of a fucker. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a fucker. Fortunately, I do have a couple of reds who are sitting around not really doing anything. Let's see about getting those reds to I'm out of road. Oh. Huh. Okay, well, that just kind of sucks, I guess. I don't think this business is going to die if we wait a couple of days to get a few more road tiles here. But yeah, hell froze over, Shotgun Splicer. The Minnesota Twins won a playoff game. Now, if you don't know, well, if you don't know baseball, you might not know that the Minnesota Twins are a baseball team, which is a true fact about professional baseball. The Minnesota Twins are a baseball team. But for the last forever, basically, the Twins have rarely made the playoffs and then struggled mightily when they do. There was a stretch of, I don't even remember the last time it happened. I'm sure if I actually watched the games yesterday, I would have seen. But there was a stretch where, it felt like 3 years in a row, the Twins would win the American League Central and then get swept in the division series, usually by the Yankees. That happened many times. I think Joe Mauer's entire career went by without the Twins winning a single playoff game, which is a shame for Joe Mauer. He was a great Hall of Fame level baseball player who I assume is going to get into the Hall of Fame. Joe Mauer's going to get into the Hall of Fame, right, folks? We're not going to gatekeep. We're not going to gatekeep the cake eater. God. Oh, Lord. Minnesota Twins fans used to call Joe Mauer a cake eater for reasons that probably make sense if you're from Minnesota. That's the entire reference. All right, so we got a second red here. Actually, with these two reds being right here, this whole big long tunnel road, what I just stressed over, I kind of doesn't need to exist. So this is a good thing. This is all sorts of good things. Speaking of all sorts of good things, we can separate these two yellows right here. I'm actually going to reposition motorway number 1 just a little bit. Actually, if you exist there, we might be able to run you without actually needing a motorway. Hold on here. No, if you exist that way, that's bad. If you come down here, you can go there, which means you and you and you will all come out this way. You know what? This might just have to be, I think we're going to have to roundabout this right here. You're going to go up and into the roundabout. You're going to go up and in like that. This is turning awful. What am I doing? What am I doing? How have I constructed this? You swing down that way. You swing up and over like so. Whoosh, whoosh. And then you, I'm basically out of road again. Can't believe that I'm out of road again. You go down that way. Boosh, 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 boosh. Yay. All right. doot, 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 and doot. Did the Brewers win? I hope the Brewers won. Let's check the Brewers won. The Brewers absolutely did not win. Well, fuck. There goes 10 fake dollars of mine, most likely. Let's take a Motorway and 10 road tiles. I put a parlay down on the Brewers, Diamondbacks, and Rangers to win their series. I did that after the Rangers game and while the Twins game was going on, so probably should have waited and just made it a four-way, but also no one wants to hear about your gambling losses, the _Goog. It's fine. There are rules. This is another light blue business that has recently come into existence, which is frustrating. Let's see here. If you go off this way, this light blue business is now abandoned. And I think, unfortunately, the only way we're going to be able to get houses to it is if we do this and we draw a motorway. So you two are going to get motorway number 2, travel due east, like so. Okay. So we have these 4 yellow houses. They go up here into the roundabout down to this yellow circle. We have these 4 green houses. They go up here into the roundabout over to this business. Meanwhile, we've got all of this garbage coming this way. This is tremendous. These 3 probably don't need to. As long as it's your best and only your best, it's fine. I don't bets. Okay. Yeah, like I have started betting. That's what it's doing. That's what it is. I'm gambling on DraftKings with their sportsbook because it's legal now and it is fun and like I have definitely felt the appeal and I've been like, oh, this is how this turns into a horribly destructive habit. I had better work with my best friend to make sure that we don't let that happen. So, at least for right now, we've agreed on certain basic rules that are basically just like, this is play money. We're going to take a little bit of play money and pay for the experience of the fun of watching sports with some money on the line. And if we're really good at it, hey, we might make some money, but most importantly, we're not going to go fucking broke. So, you know, we're not going to go fucking broke. I am, however, probably going to lose the $10 I bet on the Rangers, Brewers, and what was the other team? It's bad that I can't remember the bet. Rangers, Brewers, and I just said it too. Fuck. Phillies to win their series. So, oh well. All right, you are a yellow circle that exists. This is probably gonna be fine, actually. You know what? Think we may need to restructure some things. Because now I've got... What if we take this road right here, right? And we just kind of pile all of these yellows together. Boom. That's 5 yellows right there, right? We swing down here. Now let's take motorway number 1 and have it do that. So now these 5 yellows go up motorway number 1 into this circle. That's all well and good. These 3 yellows are suddenly doing nothing, which means, actually, they can come this way. This roundabout doesn't need to exist anymore. These 3 yellows right here can sneak down like so. Boop, just like that. All of these greens go... Boop, 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 boop. Wait, I'm doing something wrong. This yellow road doesn't exist. This yellow road doesn't need to exist. All of these greens want to go up in service of... Boom, boom. Okay, even better. I have a better idea. This road goes off this way. You go there, you go there, you go there. All of you fix yourselves. You come down like this, and I put a traffic light right here. Okay, so this is going to shake out just fine. This is going to shake out wonderfully. In fact, can the 5 of you... I have another idea. Let's chop this. We're going to draw you out here. From here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. You go there. You go like there. You come out this way. You... we're going to want a roundabout right here once this all shakes out. Give me another motorway. I'm going to reclaim a motorway in a second here, but once all of these yellows and greens shake themselves out, actually, I might not need it because I've got a lot of shaking out happening here. You go that way, you go here. These greens, this circle's starting to get mad because none of these houses kind of know what's going on right now. They're still dealing with the shell of this roundabout, which is just wonderful. But it is getting rid of itself. It's gonna be okay. Additionally, we're gonna loop these 4 yellows onto motorway number 1. So you go over, service that business. That's gonna be fine. Yeah, all of these roundabout shells and motorways are just pulling themselves together right now. So, okay. These yellows have put themselves together. That motorway is gone. So now, took me a long time to get here, but these 8 yellow houses are going to go up here, down in like so, service that business. Meanwhile, all of these greens, finally this road has come together. Okay. These greens from here and from here are going to converge right here. You're going to run down and save this business. This business is not actually going to die, right? Right. Okay. Good Lord. Okay. This dark blue has just gone circular, which is a problem. It's not great. Okay. You can probably get away with maybe just having 2 more stapled to you. If I just do that, preserve this tree for the sake of tree preservation. Sure. Let's go with that. The Arboreal Maintenance League will be exceedingly happy with us. Okay. So now I've got a bunch of northern yellows servicing this circle. You're going to take some time to catch up with the flow of traffic, but you already look mostly fine. Give me 2 more traffic lights because I'm out of traffic light. You are a circle now. Fuck you. Not a fan of you. However, we do have a fairly easy solution for you. You, and let's put you in as well. Boop. Let's swing motorway number 2 like this so that it actually comes east to west like so. That'll get these blues more properly involved over here. You 2 keep servicing that. You 3 go over to this. You 1, 2, and eventually 3 are going to get here and take care of this. That's all going to be fine and goodin'. Fine and goodin' is not English. It's bad word structure. And yet. All right. You 3 just join. Yep, join the circus like you wanted to when you were a kid. You come over here. You 3 houses are servicing this circle. That's not great, but you know it's going to have to be fine. We do have another bridge. If I need it, I've got these 3 reds that I can diagonalize straight down into here or something. So that's probably just going to be A-okay. Why don't you approach this from the south? That feels a little more natural. Okay. Tremendous. Oh boy, green problems. Yay. I'm so happy we have more green problems. Okay, let's take a bucket. Let's take a whole bunch. Let's take all of these greens right here, actually. Let's take these greens, because you know what I can do? I can actually just, you go off that away. You snake through here. Because you're going to need, you're going to need to do that. You can even keep doing this because we'll snake you like so. Boom, 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 boom. These yellows go down this way. Okay. These greens, meanwhile, boom and boom, will not bulldoze that tree because why would we bulldoze that tree? You'll go over here and service this business. That's actually A-okay. All right. You need to swing down this way. That's going to be fine. You can go up. You can go left. Perfection. Except for these two yellow houses who aren't presently doing anything, but, you know, it'll be fine. You go off that away. You come over this way. We'll lose these two road tiles. That'll be cool. Give me another bridge because I don't have any bridge. Okay. Got you. Got these 4 reds. If I need supplementary reds, supplemental. If I need supplemental reds, I've got these 4 right here, and just looking at this situation, I absolutely need some supplemental reds. Okay. You come up here. Can you just kind of boop and traffic light? Yeah, if you boop and traffic light like so, that's going to be great. So these 4, this one that just spawned, they're all going to work together, maintain this circle. That's going to be fine and good. You come up this way, like so. All right. So yeah, sports betting. It's fun. It's, you know, again, as I've gotten more into it, I have definitely felt the hooks of, ooh, I won, I want to bet again. Or, ooh, I lost, I want to bet again so I can make my money back. I can absolutely feel that. And it's like, calm down. Don't bet for the sake of betting. Look at the thing. Think about what you think is going to happen. If you have a fairly strong feeling, put $1 on it. Or put 3 things together. And, you know, I'm the kind of person who's like, I like having like a $5 bet on 4 separate outcomes, and if they all hit, I win $60. And what inevitably happens is you have 3 of them hit and the 4th one doesn't, and it's like, oh, beans. But you know, as my mindset is, as long as it's $5 or as long as it's just funny money that's essentially for entertainment purposes, you're paying for the experience. Same as if you go to a casino and you put $50 on blackjack or whatever and you wind up losing it. You're paying for the experience and also a lottery ticket. So, small double-digit investments, not the end of the world. Please quote this video back to me when I am in Gamblers Anonymous and also homeless and possibly dead. Somehow I'm going to wind up beaten to death by mob goons, even though this is run by what the United States presently considers a legitimate, you know, corporation. I'm still going to get beaten to death by mob goons. Jimmy DraftKings is going to break my legs, and there's nothing I can do about it. There is something I can do about it. It's called stop gambling, so there's nothing I'm willing to do about it. I kid. All right. What the hell are we doing here? It's a good question. This business has gone no, this one's been circular. This one just went circular. But it's got 6 houses with it, so I think it's good. Give me another motorway. Shotgun Splicers just waiting till WWE gets more states on board for its betting. Oof, I mean, as a wrestling fan and also a person who likes making money, I would like to be able to bet on the outcome of pro wrestling matches, but I can't believe. I find it very hard to believe that, well, I was about to say a legitimately run government, but the United States of America. I find it very hard to believe that they're gonna actually let you bet on fucking professional wrestling. That... And, like, again, I'm torn. You, as a person who knows professional wrestling booking, I would love to be able to bet money on AEW, right? I can look at a Dynamite card, and sometimes this is a flaw of AEW, that they're a little too predictable, but only a little. But still, like, oftentimes a well-structured story is predictable, and that's okay. I can look at a random Dynamite card, or a pay-per-view card even, and correctly predict 9 out of 10 winners. And even with WWE being WWE about stuff, if you tell me the storyline and tell me the card of a random Raw, I'm going to correctly predict at least 9 out of 10 winners. Because professional wrestling is very predictable if you know professional wrestling. And if it's well booked. If it's not well booked, then any random shit could happen. So people starting to bet on WWE is going to result in one of two things. Either the odds are going to be so ridiculously long that somehow you don't actually make money, or that it's going to start being terribly booked, even more so than it already is, or some third thing's going to happen. Some bad third thing that I haven't accounted for here. There's going to be a booking shaving scandal or something. But hey, listen. If one day I can bet on AEW, or I suppose even WWE, God, if I could bet on WWE, would I? I mean, at the level of WWE, it would be very difficult. A wrestler would have to have a lot of money and also be willing to never be a pro wrestler again in order to throw a fixed match. The issue isn't so much that the wrestlers would throw the match to swing the results. It's that the people who know the results would just bet so hard. Like, that already happens. There are places where you can illegally bet on WWE, but, there was a word in that sentence I said. So, there's a reason I don't do it. Hello, Samurai Sam. We've got a problem with this green business, and I don't know the best way to fix it. Here's a stupid idea. Behold, my stupid idea. Let's take motorway number 3, which has these 3 greenhouses on it. We're going to swing motorway number 3 right here. Motorway number 3 is not going to go over here. If I put it over here, it's going to create a traffic nightmare, right? If I put it here, it's still going to create a traffic nightmare. Is this better than that? Actually, probably. Because we're going to try this. We're going to try these 3 coming down here in like so to save this business. Now, that means that this business has nobody going to it, and I could peel off like some of these guys or something, but I've got these 4 greenhouses right down here. So let's instead just do this. Like so. Oh, hi. You are light blue now. That is probably pretty much okay. I feel like that's pretty much okay, actually. The reason I feel like that's pretty much okay is, well, for one thing, I have these 4. These 4 goons right here can swing in like so. So you 4 enter this plaza from the west. You, what are you, 10 all told? Yeah, you 10 work, enter this from the east. Take care of this. It'll all be fine. You go off that away. Oh, this guy's a circle now. How long has this been a circle? You 4 light blue houses have just been supporting this light blue circle with no complaint for ages. Good for you, but also fuck. All right, let's take a tunnel because I don't have any tunnel. All right. So yeah, the issue and the obvious reason that betting on professional wrestling is illegal right now is the people who know the results will just bet on the show, right? Like, Vince McMahon won't place any bets in Vince McMahon's name, but, you know, Vince McMahon will lean over and whisper in Terry Taylor's ear, and then Terry Taylor will tell his brother, hey, Seth Rollins is winning the title tonight. Terry Taylor's brother will put $10,000 on Seth Rollins to win the title, and then Terry Taylor's brother will win like $30,000 and give it to Terry Taylor or whatever. You know, that sort of thing. That's bad, and you should not do that. And I know, like, WWE has proposed hiring literally Lloyds of London to safeguard the booking plan for a show, but, you know, you've still got to tell, say, the guys who are wrestling, right? Are you really going to have the guys who are wrestling the matches not know who's winning until the moment they're going out the curtain? Because that seems, 1, bad, and 2, impossible. Like, if you're paying attention to the storyline, you're going to know, or at least have a fairly good idea of who the fuck is going to win the fucking matches most of the time. Like, if it's well, here's a scenario. Let's say it's the main event of WrestleMania, and you have a dominant heel champion who has held the belt for a year and change, and his opponent is a plucky babyface challenger with an incredible storyline, the natural conclusion of which is him winning the world fucking championship. One would think that one could bet on the babyface and make a bucket of money. And usually that's true. However, I just reminded myself that was literally the storyline of this past WrestleMania. That was the storyline going into the main event of WrestleMania this past year with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, where Roman was the dominant heel champion who had the belt for functionally forever, and Cody was the, you know, popular babyface with the tremendous story, the natural conclusion of which was him winning the world title in the main event of WrestleMania. And, well, as wrestling fans may recall, and as non-wrestling fans may not be surprised to hear, given how I've built it up, Cody didn't win. Cody did not win. Cody lost, actually. Roman won. Roman won and Cody lost, and that's a true fact about professional wrestling. Samurai Sam wants to remember a guy, and that guy is Taz. Taz, with 2 Z's. Let's see, this yellow is mad. Is that just because yellows in general are mad? No, that's because these yellows have been... Oh, shitbox. Oh, terrible car. Okay. Let's do this. All right. So these 2 yellow businesses have been supported by 3 houses for like a month, which is bad. It's a problem. Instead, let's take these 3 yellows and motorway number 5. You're going to support this business. You 3 are going to support this business, and I bet you that's going to be okay. I bet you I've just saved these yellows. I don't need to do nothing else. All right. So Taz is most famous, well, he started his career as a wrestler. He is presently an announcer for AEW, and we'll get there, but he is most famous for his wrestling career, and as a wrestler, he is most famous for being in ECW. I basically didn't watch ECW. I saw a little bit of it when it was live, and I knew it was a thing, but like I was never super into the ultra hardcore bloody wrestling, which is what I knew of ECW for, so ECW was not my cup of tea. But Taz was in ECW. Taz is a short, squat little guy, right? I say little, he's not like a tiny man. He was during his career and continues to be a thick, stocky, like well-built, muscular gentleman. And he looks like he's tough as nails and could fuck your shit up. And his gimmick was essentially, he's tough as nails and will fuck your shit up, right? He was nicknamed the Human Suplex Machine because he knew a bunch of suplexes and used them in wrestling matches. And his catchphrase was, I can't remember the first line. I believe it was beat me if you can. It was either win if you can or beat me if you can. Survive if I let you. Very cool catchphrase, especially when said in a tough New Jersey or New York. He's from Brooklyn, so in a tough Brooklyn accent, just that. Very cool, very tough, very popular dude. He was ECW World Champion a whole bunch of times. It is 7:40 and I have a hard out, so we're not saving these. These are either saving themselves or just falling apart. So listen, Red House buddy, you've got 3 houses pointed at you. You're gonna have to be okay. Let's connect this dark blue over here to save this business what needs saving. Give me 2 more traffic lights I'm not going to use. You come out to here, 4,500 and change. Oh, no, we're not going to. We did get to 4,500 before this business falls apart. Well, this business is going to be the one that falls apart, it looks like. But hey, come in. Come save yourself. Oh, it was this business what fell apart. Okay, fine, whatever. 4,608. You can pause and quit the game and continue within the time. I could Coffee Cafe, but it's not like I'm doing the show later. What do you think? I'm top 1 holy shit. Number 7 in the world. Oh no. Oh. Number 7 in the world. I was within 300 of number 1. Oh well. Drop those GGs in the chat. Okay, so Taz. Taz was in ECW. He was really good and popular. He was the ECW World Champion, and then his neck got fucked. So many professional wrestlers' stories, career paths, unfortunately end with, and then his neck got fucked. It was broke. Taz's neck got fucked, and he had to stop wrestling. He came to the WWF. He was over in the WWF. They horribly misused him. Like, he did not end his career in ECW. He came over to WWF. He debuted at the Royal Rumble and beat Kurt Angle, and it fucking ruled. Taz was really, really over, and they just beat him to shit, and he was short. Vince McMahon doesn't push short guys. That's a thing that happens. It's a true fact about professional wrestling. This could be, it can't be cargo. It can't be barge. It can't be large. There's no E. It could be hairy. It could absolutely be hairy. So after his neck got fucked, Taz became a color commentator, and he was the color commentator on SmackDown for a while. He was really good and entertaining. He went to TNA. He was terrible because TNA commentary is, as a rule, terrible. And now he's back. He was out of wrestling for a little while because he didn't want to go back to WWE and there was no one else there. So he just kind of existed. And then AEW formed. So many wrestlers' stories end with, and then his neck got fucked. And so many old-time wrestlers' stories continue with, and then he didn't want to go back to WWE, so there was nothing for him to do. And then AEW formed. So AEW formed, and Taz came in as a manager, and he quickly became a color commentator, and he's just fantastic. I love Taz. Taz and Excalibur have a lovely friendship. They have great chemistry as announcers. Like, they can both very seriously break down a match as it's happening and sell the drama of the event. But if it's just like, if it's Lance Archer destroying Someguy McMookerson on AEW Dark in front of 50 people for YouTube, they're not gonna sell that like, oh, Someguy McMookerson's got a real chance here. He could beat Lance Archer. They're gonna do that at the start of the match, and then Lance Archer's gonna chop Someguy McMookerson across the fucking face or chest or whatever and just destroy him. And they're gonna realize, oh no, it's AEW Dark. There are 50 people in the building and 200,000 watching on YouTube, maybe. More like 20,000. Let's just have some fun and entertain ourselves here. And they're going to be very fucking funny and entertaining while doing it. Also, incidentally, title of the episode, Someguy McMookerson. So, well done, the _ Goog. All hail our favorite wrestler, Someguy McMookerson. Let's see here. What the hell is this wordle? What the hell is this word? Can't be horde. Horde would be a terrible guess. It can't be swarm because there's no A. It can't be swarm because swarm is not a word, and also there's no I. So that's like 2.5 minutes on Taz. I love Taz. He's great. If you watch Botchamania, which is a YouTube series of silly botches and mistakes and weird shit that happens in pro wrestling, there's a running gimmick of funny Taz commentary. And the guy who makes the videos had a friend of his draw a little cartoon of Taz that he puts on the video whenever he goes into a segment of Taz commentary, and it's gotten so popular that people are bringing signs with the little cartoon of Taz and one of Taz's lines to AEW shows. Which means that he puts the signs in Botchamania, which means that more people bring signs and it feeds upon itself. And it's very funny. It's good. I like Taz. Oh God, what are we doing here? What is this word? It can't be Blairg because Blairg is not a word. Good reason. It could be a good many things. What is it though? I don't know. It could be... We don't have any vowels yet. There's got to be a U in this word, right? It's got to be like... murky. Except it can't be murky for various reasons. There's no K, there's no Y. The R is the fourth letter and not the third letter. Murky is actually a fucking terrible guess, the underscore Goog. Well done. What am I going for here? It can't be quart. Y'all, I have no idea what this word is. Does anyone know? Like, the text says don't give it away, but if you have a fucking guess, now's the time for a fucking guess. What about what does the cat do? What noises does the cat make? Okay. Good fucking guess, the underscore Goog. Whew. What do you mean it's not spurn? I guess it could be spurt. I wanted to believe that Wordle wasn't that dirty, but it turns out that Wordle was indeed that dirty. Also, amazingly, it's 7:48, so let's very quickly immaculatize ourselves. Oh, this is going to be fine. Yesterday's Immaculate Grid. We need Astros, Atlantans, Dodgers, and Yankees. Dudes who had a 300 batting average and dudes who had 500 homers in their career. Let's go super fast. All right. Goog is going to play this grid as if he already got one wrong. You're goddamn right. All right, an Atlantan with 500 careers is Henry Aaron. He had a few more than that, rather famously. An Atlantan with a 300 career batting average is Chipper Jones, I bet. Yup, sure was. An Atlantan who played for the Houston Astros is Kelly Johnson? No, Kelly Johnson's not a former Astro. Craig Kimbrell? Craig Kimbrell an Astro? No, I don't think so. John Smoltz an Astro? No. Roger Clemens an Atlantan? Also no. Failure and pain. We'll get back to it. A Dodger who was also an Astro is J.D. Martinez. J.D. Martinez started with the Astros, started with the Tigers, went to the Astros, went to the Red Sox, went to the Dodgers. J.D. Martinez, great baseball player. A Los Angeles Dodger with a 300 career batting average is Adrian Gonzalez? No, I don't think so. Carl Crawford? Definitely not. Stan Musial, not a Dodger, Goog. Well done. A Los Angeles Dodger who had 500 career home runs is Gary Sheffield was a Dodger, wasn't he? Yeah, Gary Sheffield was totally a Dodger. Among many other things, actually. He would have fit this one, too, because he was a Yankee. And for that matter, I think he was an Atlantan. Andy was a Padre. Andy was a Brewer. Gary Sheffield was a historically great baseball player and also a tremendous bastard. So, good for him, I guess. Why can I not think of a single goddamn Los Angeles Dodger who had a .300 career batting average? Let's say Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson probably totally maybe had a, 300 career batting average. Good for him. All right. A New York Yankee who was also a Houston Astro is Roger Clemens, among many, many. You know what? I'm just going to say Andy Pettitte. He's going to be mildly less famous than Roger Clemens. So, hey, rarity score. Yay, Andy Pettitte. A Yankee who had 300 career batting average is Joe DiMaggio. There you go. And a Yankee what had 500 homers in his career is... Did Jason Giambi get to 500? 500's a lot. 500's an awful lot. We're one dude away from an immaculate fucking grid. My first thought was seriously Jason Giambi. My second thought is George Herman Ruth, okay? He's mildly more famous and popular and better at hitting home runs than Jason Giambi. Mickey Mantle might have gotten to 500. I don't know. How are there like 5 super... Okay, Lou Gehrig. Lou Gehrig probably might have gotten to 500. How are there 5 super obvious Yankees at 500 homers? Like, okay, there's Ruth. Gehrig missed it. See? There's Ruth. There's Mickey Mantle. Okay, A-Rod. Reggie Jackson is not a super obvious guy. Anyway, we need an Atlantan who played for the Astros, and we need it in the next 6 minutes. Hopefully this doesn't actually take 6 minutes. All right, calm down, take a breath, and think. Okay. Javi Lopez was never an Astro. Greg Maddux was never an Astro. Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Mark Lemke, Eddie Perez. None of those guys that I can think of were Astros. Lance Berkman was not an Atlantan. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, none of those guys were Atlantans. Let's think a little more modern. Garrett Cole was not an Atlantan. Ozzie Albies was not an Astro. See, the problem is both of these guys... Oh, Charlie Morton? There's an active guy who has pitched in recent World Series for both. Charlie Morton. Yeah, Charlie Morton was an Astro and an Atlantan. And I think is presently an Atlantan. Anyway, the answer is Charlie Morton, and that's an immaculate grid. Boom. Obviously, I should just play every immaculate grid as if I've already gotten one wrong and just bang them out super fast like. Clearly, that is the answer. We did get a lot of most obvious answers, though. Like, oh, I missed the Zach Greinke button. Oh, no. I was so fast on JD Martinez that I forgot to hit the Zach Greinke button. Sad times. Oh, well. All right. This has been today's edition. I would not have guessed that Nomar Garciaparra has a .300 career batting average, just because he was bad at the end of his career. But, lots of guys are, I suppose. Anyway, this has been today's edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. Later today, there is more Final Fantasy VI, so I hope you enjoy that. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition. And then might or might not be back tomorrow evening for Valkyria Chronicles 4. We'll see how the work gods work. I might be getting a lot of work this week. We'll see. Bye!